This is just how the women and the men were back then. Maybe I wasn't exposed to a whole lot, except my family going to school and what have you. But I do remember when I was in high school, or just getting to know myself and getting to know how to stand before other people and stand having to deal as a teen, as a young man, how to stand up for yourself and what have you. So I remember this guy in high school, and he was a short guy. And see, I was short too, so I was really amazed that this guy was short and he was like a feisty chihuahua. He was short, but it was like, that's why I really admire chihuahuas, because they can put up some big dogs. They have to. They're small dogs, and they have to stick up for themselves, you know. And so this guy, I would watch him. He would play cards and smoke. He was smoking and playing cards and stuff like this, and he had a foul mouth. He would cuss every word. And to me, for some reason, I gravitated toward that. Now, why, I don't know. Certainly my father was not that type of a man. I don't think I heard my father say a bad word when I called a bad word, which was probably not that bad today, where we would probably say, oh, that's just normal talk, until I got good and grown. I was out of the house and, past college and what have you. And I thought my father was not the man that would use that kind of language. But here I was, trying to deal with the world, because after you come from out of a sheltered life like that, and then you get out into the world, you got to adapt. And so my way of adapting, somehow I started picking up this swearing and cursing. And by the time I met this young lady in college, and I'm not sure which one she was as I think back, but I think her name was Michelle. And she was a little powerhouse Christian. She probably was holding this. And I was using that language in front of her. And I knew this wasn't a part of my background. It's not something that my parents put in me. It's something I was trying out. I tried it on the wrong one. This girl told me, why are you using that language?
What the?
She confronted me. It was like a light bulb went off, because for some reason I thought I was impressing her as a man. And I thought, but she checked me on it. And it was after her that I got a grab. I kind of redirected my mindset of my life and whatever. And I stopped that cursing. It took me a minute. I realized it took me a minute to stop. And I stopped. And this was actually before I met my wife. So by the time I met my wife, I think I began to realize that my parents had put something very special in me, which was, to act like a young man, to respect women, and to be a respectable person. Because I had even gotten to the point to where I would look back at my life and I kind of regretted the fact that I had gone to the office maybe about third grade, I think, was in a fight or something like that. And not third grade, maybe about fourth or fifth grade, and me and I came from this community called, it was Cheehaw, and they used to call us Cheehaw Raggedy Roaches. But we were proud of that name because we would stick together. And that was like, I'm not going to call some of the names, but when we were back in back in elementary school, we would go to school and we would stick together. If one of us got in a fight, all of us was gonna be fighting. And so I remember it was like Michael Clements and Sherwin Boswell and Reggie Boswell, Pee Wee, all of that crew right there, and Oliver Tripp. And if you bothered one of us, you had to bother everybody. And I remember There might have been some more guys in that group too, but I remember something happened, and we had this fantastic principal, Mr. Ivory. Mr. Ivory, he called all us to that office, and he tore our tails up. And I think, I'm not sure whether we got that. I think we didn't get paddled. The other guys did. Because they were from like another neighborhood. And I don't think we got it, but I think back to that, we had such respect for Mr. Ivory. As a black man, to have a principal that was that on us, and he required that we stand up and be young men. And he put us straight together that day. I mean, I look back at some of the men who were real good manly examples to us as kids. But I remember him, and that was one of those memories I look back on that shaped our future, and it helps me to be the man I am today. I try to remember people like him, and remember, and I'm now standing in his place, trying to be an example to the younger group. But anyway, sharing, when you give good things about yourself, hey, that's just, don't forget, we've been little bad kids too. We got our parts. But anyway, by the time I had gotten married, I realized that I had to be a more credible person. And so we changed over, periods of our lives and things like that. But what I was trying to say, let me just try to stay on track here. Hello, family. This is Mr. E. If you would like to support the works of Mr. E or any of Ezel's productions, you may make your donations at Cash App. You will use $EKUFIE, EKUFIE, or you may make your payments through check or money order made out to Anthony Ezel or to Ezel's Productions, LLC. That address is P.O. Box 492, Jackson, Alabama, 36545. Or you may contact us at the phone number of 251-709-1123. Thank you.